Hi everyone, my name is Chris. My channel is called The Body Wish, your gateway to holistic remedies, wellness tips, and improved mindset. Welcome to my series, Wellementary, where I connect with experts in fitness, nutrition, along with my recommendations to help you live a healthy and abundant life. Hey there, YouTube. My name is Chris. My channel is called The Body Wish. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. I'm in the health and wellness industry, and I help people to achieve and maintain optimal well-being. I do this in part through education, as well as improving mindset. These two facets make up who we are. They're inseparable. The educational aspect comes into play by me recommending certain foods that are going to help to sustain and maintain their wellness goals, whether it's weight loss or improving energy. I've got a lot of good solutions that I like to share with people. So today's presentation, I'll be talking about a problem that affects more than half of the population, and that is the struggle with excessive weight gain and the difficulties so many people are having with not just losing weight in the short term, but losing it for the long haul. Most of these people are dealing with unsatiated food cravings. These are persistent cravings that trigger people to keep eating constantly. So I'll talk about that. When people get to a point and they're ready to take control of their weight loss journey, many of them are getting on these calorie restricted methods, whether it's a diet, whether it's the pharmaceutical drugs. These are known as the GLP-1 agonists, which is what I'm going to be talking about today, and some of the downsides of these medications, namely the loss of lean muscle and how that affects the metabolism. So no presentation would be complete without delving into calorie deficit, since these medicated weight loss options do fall under the umbrella of calorie deficit. So I want to talk to you what that is and what it is not. So today's presentation is intended for educational purposes. I'm not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disorder. My apologies if you can hear the leaf blower out there. Suddenly started now that I am trying to do my presentation. Anyway, hey Gig, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Boom bomb. So welcome. So if you missed the beginning, I'm here talking about the pharmaceutical drugs that many people are using to get their weight under control. These are known as GLP-1 agonists. Got a couple things I want to share in the way of food noise. These are those persistent food cravings that are causing people to eat compulsively because the cravings are not being satisfied. And also delve into calorie deficit, which is what these drugs do. They call it appetite suppression, but it's really all under the umbrella of calorie deficit. So I'll be talking about what calorie deficit is and is not, and why it doesn't work long for the long haul for most people. So today's presentation is intended for educational purposes. I'm not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any kind of disorder. That is the role of your healthcare practitioner. So fasten your seatbelts. Let's take a couple minutes and do a shallow dive into food cravings. I see sometimes people demonizing food cravings on social media platforms, but think about this for a minute. If we didn't have food cravings, how the hell would we know to eat? Yeah, right? So food cravings are necessary. It's how the body tells us it needs nourishment. Now, the problem that has happened is we've gotten so far off course from nourishing our body thanks to all of the nutritionally bankrupt foods that are available in our supermarkets. And I'm talking about foods that don't have the nutrients that we need in the abundance. Many of these are low in protein, they're low in fiber. That's what causes these persistent food cravings. And then to add to this cake mix, there's a ton of refined sugar in it to make it taste good. So this is what's getting people stuck in this habit of eating chronically, and it's very frustrating because you become obsessed with food. Now, here's the thing about cravings is if we don't learn how to nourish our body, those cravings just keep coming back to haunt us. So if you or somebody you know is struggling with this, let me say right here and now before I take another breath, it's not your fault. It's not their fault. This is how the body chemistry is working. So many times when people get overweight and they recognize that this is a risk to their health, they reach for some method of calorie deficit to get their weight under control. And it doesn't matter if you're doing a diet or you're doing these GLP-1 medications, these all fall under the umbrella of calorie deficit. Now, there's a little bit of irony behind calorie deficit when you hear people say the only way to lose weight is to count calories. Well, guess what? Your body doesn't even know what a calorie is. It doesn't count calories. The only reason why people count calories is because somebody told them to. But there's not one single there's not one single study out there that says counting calories works for the long haul. There's no studies out there, so there's no proof. We've kind of just taken it as osmosis over the years. We've taken it on faith because for the longest time, the only way to lose weight was to count calories. Let me show you an interesting study that was put out by Harvard Medical School. It's called Stop Counting Calories. This was published a couple of years ago. And the scientist who conducted this study looked closely at counting calories and said it doesn't work for the long haul. So we need to rethink our whole approach to not just losing weight in the short term, but to keep it off for the long haul. Now, there's no debate out there that counting calories will cause weight loss in the beginning. You can lose weight on a Coca-Cola diet. You can lose weight on a Ben & Jerry's diet. But what a lot of people don't realize is when you go into a calorie deficit, you're actually dialing back the amount of fuel you're giving your body. Now, most people think, well, if I eat too much and I've got these awful food cravings, the only way for me to lose weight is to cut back on my food. And at first, yes, that is going to cause a drop in weight. But here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. When your body doesn't have enough fuel to operate on, hence enough food, it starts burning off fat, but it also burns off muscle. And that is the problem and the outcome of every single method of calorie deficit out there. You burn off muscle, which in turn slows down your metabolism. Well, guess what takes a dive when you slow down your metabolism? Your ability to burn fat diminishes. And that's the primary reason why so many people, when they get started on either a diet or these pharmaceutical drugs, they have success in the beginning, but then they hit a plateau. And many times people are blaming themselves. They think, I don't have enough willpower, or this isn't right, I'm doing something wrong. And it has nothing, well, I won't say nothing, but it has very little to do with willpower. It has to do with the fact that your body is in starvation mode and it just can't burn fat past a certain point. If not, it's impossible for some people. And I see so many people, especially on this platform. I'm always watching other influencers' videos talking about calorie deficit being the only way to lose weight. And I go through and I read the comments and I see comment after comment. I had success in the beginning. I lost 40 pounds. I lost 50 pounds. And then they hit a brick wall. In the case with the pharmaceutical drugs, many people can't afford them after a certain point. If they can't get the insurance to cover it, so guess what happens? They got a slower metabolism. And I see the comments. I ended up putting all the weight back on. I'm demoralized. I'm discouraged. And I'm like, it's not their fault. They don't know what they don't know. So if calorie counting was so good, how come more than half of the population is overweight and that number is growing? I've seen figures between 60 and as high as 80% of the US is now overweight. Compare that with 1960 when 10% of the population was overweight. So did obesity just drop out of the sky and start landing on people? No. The conditions are created in the body for this to manifest. And it's not an accident. It's deliberate. Because a lot of the foods in the supermarket are nutritionally bankrupt. They're low in fiber, they're low in protein, and they're loaded with refined sugar to keep people coming back for more. Refined sugar is actually very physically addicting. In fact, Harvard did a study on this. I think back in the 90s, they concluded refined sugar was 6 times more addictive than cocaine. So it makes sense. So going back to my initial point of calorie deficit, if calorie deficit works so well, how come the numbers are going up? There's a medical journal called the Lancet journal. You can look this up, by the way. They're predicting that by 2030, we're going to have an obesity apocalypse in the US. they're saying close to 100% of the population will be overweight in 5 years from now. And we're going in that direction. That's not very good news. So here's the thing. When you go into calorie deficit, let's say, because I want to talk about the GLP-1 medications, these pharmaceutical drugs that suppress the appetite, people are reaching for this thinking it's a solution. But unknowingly, many of them are creating a whole other problem for themselves, which is that slower metabolism. And then they have these wall-kicking moments wondering, how come I had success in the beginning and now I'm going backwards? Now I'm putting the weight back on. It's not them. This is the limitation of calorie deficit. It's obsolete science. It simply doesn't work for most people. Some people, yes, some people won't have this problem. But I point to the statistics, and the population of the US is getting more overweight, so clearly it's not working. So if calorie deficit is not a great solution for the long haul, what other options are there for people who are, in this case, doing these pharmaceutical drugs? Well, the thing they need to do is they need to get more protein and more fiber into their diet. Can you do this with store-bought foods? Yes. I think it's more difficult just because I know the state of the food industry and the nutrients are not there in the abundance that we need them, not like they were, say, 70 years ago. So it becomes more of an uphill battle. It's more like you're pushing a boulder up a hill. So what I'd like to do is show you a short video that was put together by one of the top graduates from Harvard University. This guy's name's Joshua Plant. He talks about the GLP-1 weight loss remedies and how they're burning off muscle in the process. That's why these are called weight loss and they're not called muscle loss. They're not called fat loss, sorry. You actually burn off muscle. Let me show you this video. It's worth it. It's very short, but very good information.
Are you currently taking medicated weight loss and looking to mitigate the side effects of that? Side effects typically include significant muscle loss and key omission of vital nutrients in your diet. Medicated weight loss works by largely suppressing your appetite, and you're consuming a lot less food. And because of that, you're not getting key nutrients that are required to help you live optimally. The decrease in protein individuals consume on medicated weight loss is the driver behind significant muscle loss while taking medicated weight loss. You can help mitigate this by supplementing with key, high-quality, high amounts of protein throughout the day. Additionally, making sure that key compounds found in vegetables that we routinely consume and fiber are important to help achieve overall well-being. This is why we created the Lean Muscle Essential Pack, to help you maintain your lean muscle and provide key nutrients. The Lean Muscle Essential Pack includes meal replacement shakes that you can take throughout the day to ensure you're getting high amounts of high-quality protein for your meals. Additionally, we have included a protein shake that you take right before bed. This is designed to have slow-release protein at different stages while you sleep. This tri-release protein combines 3 high-quality protein formats to ensure that we get that continual release throughout the night. And finally, Greens product to provide 2 servings of vegetables and key phytonutrients to help you fill those nutritional gaps that are common on many medicated weight loss journeys. It's time to optimize your weight loss journey with the Lean Muscle Essentials Pack. Try it risk-free for 30 days or your money back.
So that was Dr. Joshua Plant. He graduated #1 from Harvard Medical School. I think it's an irony that he's a nutrition scientist and his surname is botanical. So, but he's very brilliant, and what he says is very accurate. So what I want to do with the remainder of this presentation, I've just got a few more minutes, is I want to go a little further into the products that he's recommending to offset the loss of muscle for those who are doing the pharmaceutical drugs, the GLP-1s. Let's take a look. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me now. I think I had a problem with my audio for a minute. So let me kind of catch up again. Sorry about that. I'm using some streaming software first time. So I'll go through the core products again. Yeah, anyway, thank you, Victoria, for pointing that out. So the superfoods here, they have all 90 key nutrients. These are a meal replacement. So these are really easy to and convenient for people with busy schedules. They come with the 90 key nutrients. They have digestive enzymes to improve gut health, all clinically tested. Everything I'm sharing with you is clinically been tested at a number of universities outside of the influence of the company. They come in 36 grams of undenatured whey protein. Got the vitamins and minerals we need. There's no GMOs. There's no junk chemicals in anything that this company makes. So it's super nutritionally dense. See, now my mic's on, you can hear me slurring my words. All good though. So let's take a look at the other products here. So this is a tri-release protein. And what this does is it releases 3 different proteins over the course of time. Let's take a look. So the first protein to get released when you have a serving of this, usually 8 to 10 ounces, whey protein will be released into your system over the first hour or 2. And then the egg white protein will be released over the course of, say, 4 to 5 hours. And then finally, the milk protein is released over the course of, say, 7 to 8 hours. So what that ensures is people who are doing the pharmaceutical appetite suppression drugs is that they're getting a constant flow of protein to offset that loss of muscle and slow down the metabolism. And the last product I want to visit is the source of fiber. This is just called Greens, nice and easy to remember. It has 13 organic vegetables to keep the fiber intake up. It's very important in order to maintain a healthy metabolism where we can sustain weight loss goals, we need high quality protein. We also need fiber. And a couple of the plants that come with this are moringa and spirulina and kale. Those are 3 of my favorites. If you look up moringa, it's the most nutritionally dense botanical on the planet. It is an amazing plant, tree, all the above. It has so many wonderful nutrients in it. I think you'll be very intrigued when you look this up. So, on that note, if you or somebody you know is using these pharmaceuticals to get their weight under control, I would hope that you're aware or make your friend aware about the reality of the loss of muscle in the process of losing weight, and thereby working against their weight loss goals. So this system is really easy to implement. It's very reasonably priced. So if you want to get more information, the best thing to do is go to my homepage here, The Body Wish, and I've got some links set up there. There's a website. I'll show you the website. You can access this from my homepage. It's called thebodywish.wordpress.com. If you go up to the product menu, click on GLP-1, and you'll get all the good information, much of which I just shared with you now. And take a look. You know, sometimes in life we don't know what we don't know unless we take that extra step and do some investigation on our own. It's how we find some of these hidden gems in life. So very easy to implement. And God, it works amazingly well, and it's all clinically tested, so you don't have to take my word for anything I said today about how great it is. We've got the science that supports this, and the studies have been published in some of the top medical journals in the country. So that ensures that the results and the benefits are unbiased. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't even have to take the company's word for it. So on that note, if I can be of any help, subscribe to my channel for more wellness remedies, holistic remedies, improved mindset. That's what I'm here for. So it's been an honor to be with you today, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Ciao for now.